as Eli Manning stays on his feet. It is caught by
Tyree. All right, here we go. Catch the Moment podcast, Super Bowl edition, 15-year helmet catch. We out here flowing, and I got one of the best to ever lace him up. Man, dude's a Pitt product. I'm Syracuse. He's Eagles. I'm Giants. Shady, what's good, fam?
How you doing, man?
Bro, first time meeting. Yo, so I
feel like I've been knew you though, just from your catch and playing, you know.
Bro, so you know how it is. This is one of those things where, you know, like when you see people do it at the highest level, I got this one moment, right? So, you know, just like you, it's always a hater.
Dog. Yeah.
It's a hell of a moment, right? But all right, before I even get there, I gotta ask you, what was your thoughts? Where were you? Whatever, any story you got the first time you ever saw the helmet catch?
Oh, so better story, right? So my family are from New York.
Oh.
Yeah. So I grew up in Pennsylvania, but my mom and dad, all my family actually, aunts, uncles, grandparents, they all from New York.
What borough?
They from Queens, New York. They from Jamaica, Queens, and my grandma, they're from the Bronx.
Oh,
I got family in Brooklyn. So
my wife from the Bronx.
On holidays, we go to New York, right? Even from Pennsylvania, I guess better living, you know, a lot safer.
Of course.
So they all New York fans. So in Philadelphia, we'll play the Giants. Like, they would have my jerseys on, but they cheering for the Giants. I'm like, yo. So I get my own booth because it was awkward.
Yeah.
And then I remember when get catch, like, they fans. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So when that happened, like, yo, it's crazy because I wasn't cheering for you at all. I wasn't cheering for you.
No, that's all good.
I wasn't cheering for the Giants. But just being, like, with my family, you know, that was a big thing.
Well, you know, the next funniest thing is, I was probably, I think I might have still been in the league, but what was your rookie year?
09.
So, yep.
Yeah.
So you stole in the league, and I'll never forget because me and OC came in together.
OC.
Oh, bro,
that dude, man.
Y'all shade game had me bugging, man. What was that about? He called you out? Was it something like that?
So first of all, because he plays the victim role all the time. So I'm a rookie. Brian Westbrook was hurt, so I instantly became a starter.
No doubt.
And I chip block him, right? And he's like, he just started going crazy on me. You know, that little accent too.
Yeah.
You nobody. You're nobody. don't ever touch me. You're a bum.
Oh, I got you, bro.
He told me my game check is your whole my game check's your whole salary.
He started talking money?
I'm 20 now. People don't know this. When I was during the game, so I was 20 years old as a rookie. I was so young that my parents had to sign my contract. I was the youngest dude in the NFL.
Dang.
Right? I only did 2 years at Pitt. I went to prep school, right, and then I went to Pitt. So I was a baby, and I'm like, these are all NFL stars. So early in the season, I didn't know what to say. So now I go back to the bench. I'm like, y'all feel like I got punked. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a punk now. So the whole game go on, and then like the next time we played them, I was trying to be real physical to him, right? It's on my mind now. So then when I became the player I am, like my second year, third year, now I'm LeSean McCoy now.
Yeah, you want to see?
He don't even remember talking to me like that because I was a nobody at the time. So then when he tried to be cool with me, the real me came out. I said, I'm like, we ain't cool. Shaking your hand. So then I just started going off on him. And then now the roles changed. Now I'm the big dog.
Yeah.
So that's really happened.
I got you.
And then I just kept the smoke.
I
ain't no friends. When you beefing, no, you know?
All right, bro. That's what's up, man. All right, so you got, obviously it's always beef in a division game, but obviously it's always respect. So who were and I'm gonna put you in the corner. Who were the Giants that you respected the most in your years?
Man, Brandon Jacobs, Mount Bradshaw, Eli to a certain extent.
Go ahead, give me some.
Even on defense, they had some dogs. Like Justin Tuck was crazy.
Justin Tuck was a
monster. You know what was
monster.
scary to me? Chris Canty.
Real talk. That's
right.
6'6".
Come on, with the mask. And then he got like, yo, he don't even know that.
He New York, but But he got the eye.
That's another thing. His eye's scary too.
He got the scary eye. But that's family. He out there. He cleaned up. He on ESPN. He doing it big. Big shout out to Double C.
Who else I respected over there? What's the old cat? He took the job for. He's the linebacker. He took the job for.
AP. Antonio Pierce.
I like this game. Kenny Phillips.
Kenny Phillips.
I like the OG Webster. Corey Webster.
So y'all.
I respected the Giants. I had good games against the Giants though.
Bruh, Eagles used to eat us up.
JPP was nice. And then Michael Strahan he's one of my favorites.
It's hard. You can't knock straight. The dude's A1. All right, so boom. Give me a little bit of backdrop, man, because like you said, you grew up in PA.
Yeah.
But the family's from the city. And big shout out to everything you're doing on the Boo Tube. I loved you calling out Dak this year.
Yeah.
Just is what it is. That's what you paid to do. But no, but tell me, what was it like growing up? Meaning, like everybody got a story coming up. And I don't try to paint the role like everybody got to come from the mud. But what was it like coming up, and what was what were the moments that framed you and allowed you to become the athlete and the man that you are?
I came from the mud, but I would say this, growing up in the hood, man, like I was blessed to have both my parents. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff that like my friends was doing and participating in, I couldn't do because my dad was at home and he gonna get me.
Big
I wasn't worried about no cops because I'm like, the cops. My dad at home is way worse than the cops. So I always stay grounded. And I love ball. Like, I always wanted to like take care of my family. That was my thing. I was like crazy competitive and like my living situations. I always wanted to improve it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to buy my mom a house or my mom and dad. They do what they spend what they want to spend. So that's always what drove me to be what I was.
That's super dope, man. And big shout out to Posh because at the end of the day, it's like everybody comes. Yeah, it matters, bro. Do you have children?
I do have 2. Yep.
You got 2?
Boy and a girl. My daughter is 2, and then my son is 10. Well, my son's like 22, I think. He's 10 in years, but he's like 22 in his mind.
He be watching you. Listen, first of all, it's the gift of gab. Anybody got the gift of gab, you better be watching them kids gonna come. Bro, they coming behind.
Sometimes we'll be hanging out. He's like, man, that guy's trash. I'm like, and he hears me talk like that. I said, you know what? From now on, I gotta watch what I say because he's watching. What I say.
He coming with that same energy. There's a saying: "There's more that's caught than taught."
Bro, talk. Yes.
That's. I got 7 kids, bro. So
nice.
I got my oldest 21, my youngest 9. We out here grinding. So obviously, like I said, you had the examples that paved the way.
Yeah.
What would you say about your mentality? Because number one, I got a ton of respect for you. I think you were probably the closest thing to Barry Sanders since Barry Sanders. I grew up in the era, like to me, he's my favorite. He's my favorite. So it's good to hear you say that as well. I'm like,
you're the greatest.
I'm like, is anybody? Y'all need to go back and check this dude again. So what about your game did you feel like set you apart? And obviously, like I said, you just get into this next chapter. We're gonna get into that a little bit. But what about your mentality, your game, and your approach? You feel like set you apart as one of the best backs?
To be honest, man, like my style is so unique. Like, I'm not Barry Sanders at all.
Well, it's separate in y'all game because I see similarities.
I think we're similar for sure. I think he's just way more shiftier. I think he's way more. I think he's way better.
Respect.
He was faster. His vision was a lot better than mine. I just think that like when it comes to me though, like you'll never see a guy that 206.
Yeah.
I ran in every scheme. If it was outside zone, if it's zone reads, if it's power running, I did all that. I did that in Buffalo. Say that with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it's like the way to hold the ball, the way I held it, and not fumble, the way I make guys miss in small spaces.
Yeah.
The way to break enough tackles.
Yeah.
It's like even today, I look at like certain running backs. I'm like, who reminds me of me, right?
Yeah.
When Christian McCaffrey was a rookie,
yep,
he came to me. He's like, "Yo, I was gonna say, man, like I patterned my game after you, et cetera, man. Look up to you
That's dope.
in college." And I look at his game, I'm like, man, we are similar. But even still,
it's differences.
It's still different.
It's different.
And so I don't know. I'm not even trying to even go there.
No,
but
you
it's
good,
like,
bro. You good.
I just think that like
I love
you got a unique style though. Like I didn't really lift weights. That's nothing. I didn't even lift weights.
You ain't lift, bro.
I didn't lift no weights. Nah, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You one of them.
I wasn't getting hurt. Yeah, so it's like
you a freak.
I just was going right.
You a freak. All right, so I don't deal with the freaks lightly. I ain't have all this raw talent, but I want to talk about you. You already mentioned you were 20 years old when you came to the league, so you basically became a man in the league, right? Now you're a man, and you kind of get that. Everybody feel like they're a man once you get
right. Yeah, I'm a man.
Right. So, what was some of the poorer decisions that you made that you really kind of had to learn from, overcome? Because you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot more in the marketplace. I know you and your brother got some dope projects going in real estate. So, what were some of the L's or the lessons, right? Not just losses, but lessons that you experienced in your years.
I'll give you a couple. One, I would just say, I never took advantage of all like who I was at the time, like in my prime, where like I didn't really come out to LA to do like the different events, meet different people.
Sure. So the relationships.
I was so like loyal to just who I'm with. If I want my friends from day one, that's who I'm with. And
Yeah.
that's the wrong mentality.
Yeah.
You know? You work this hard not to be the same. So I should have had different friends. I should have branched out to. Now that I'm older, I'm blessed to still have the same relationships, but
Sure.
it could be even more. I'd have made even more money. I look at spending so much money with like all my friends and certain family members where I should have been with different people, different teammates hanging out with, learning from them.
That's big.
People going to business with that don't need nothing from me.
Yeah. I love what you said because I'm one of these dudes where it's like, I had good opportunity, of course. There was helmet catch opportunity, but I have injuries. So I tell people, even still, I don't have any regrets about my career.
Was crazy though. I already know.
It was good. We still here, baby.
In New York? Shoot, come on, dog.
A month after I have this crazy injury, so I didn't get a chance to really, you know how it is. You don't bridge the gap.
Yeah.
You miss opportunities too.
True.
But so I ain't have no regrets about my career, but I did have regrets about damn, I wish I did it this way, wish I did it that way. So it's the lessons that you learn.
I think that I don't know if it's a regret, but I was with Andy Reid as a youngster, and he was great for my career. Not just like the coaching part, because he was a great coach, but more like holding me responsible and accountable.
Yeah.
Where like once I left him, a lot of coaches let me just be Shady McCoy instead of coach me. That's why like a guy like Patrick Mahomes.
That's good.
Patrick Mahomes will always be great, no matter how good he gets, because Andy Reid is going to coach him up. If he does anything bad, he's going to coach him on it. You see what I'm saying?
He's going to keep his thumb on him.
If Patrick Mahomes goes to like the Jets.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat, be yourself. We need you to win games. Instead of, you know what I mean? Instead of coaching. So that's probably the only two things I really think of is like,
I got this statement I say, obviously I raise kids, so love demands the best out of his recipients, right? So I think when you love somebody, you demand the best. I'm gonna wrap up with this one. What would you say, because now you're as an entrepreneur, we're going we get a quick bite with ESG real quick, but what would you say is your defining moment as a husband, father, player, or even an entrepreneur?
You know what? Most will probably say their careers. I think mine's just like being a walking role model to my kids.
Excellent.
Like my father was great for me, but things that he just didn't know. Like my kids is set up for life. So
huge.
like you don't have to start at the rock bottom.
Yeah,
you know
I'm big on that, man.
If you want to do a company, I do real estate. We got about 250 units under production right now.
Congrats.
Right, so
dope.
I'm doing different projects on site where I'm building 50 units, 7,000 commercial space underneath a $10 million bill that I'm doing by myself, no partners.
I love it. I love it.
So now when I go home, I can take my son to the site. Yo, your dad own this.
I love
Compared
it.
to
that's legacy.
Living with you stay in these apartments that you don't own. You pay rent every month.
Bro.
Nah, I'm gonna teach you how to collect rent.
Yes.
My daughter. So now it's like people talk about like all this. They do trust and they do all these different things. You know, wills for the kids. I do stuff like that too. But one thing I do big on is like I got properties in their names. It ain't cost no real money. But if I have it for 17 years, they go all some money they didn't even know about.
It's equity.
So that's what people that when I got to college and I got to the pros, like I started meeting these billionaires, like the owners and all that, right? I was at dinner last night. I seen our owner, the Eagles, Mr. Lord, and like things I learned from like different owners and billionaires. When I go to their houses, I see like the diplomas from Notre Dame.
No doubt.
Right? So if he's the grandpa and you got the grandson here, he's 5 years old. Every day he goes to grandpa's house, he sees Notre Dame diploma.
It's dope.
He has kids. His kids, they see it. So now it's what I gotta do. You get what I'm saying?
See it.
So
that's
something that I'm trying to do for my children.
Bro, you ain't trying, man. You doing. Yo, big shout, man. Appreciate you stopping through and catch the moment, man. Major love.